What's a let that sink in fun fact? 1. The United States hasn't minted any new Purple Heart medals since World War II. We've been using the stockpile that was prepared in anticipation of a ground invasion of Japan. 2. We can't prove we aren't in a simulation. 3. Since its discovery in 1930, Pluto has not yet made a full orbit around the Sun. 4. Cows kill more Americans than terrorists. Most years. 5. The Giza Sphinx is so old that it was the ancient Egyptians themselves who performed the first restoration after digging it from under the dunes, over 1,000 years after it had been built. 6. As you get closer to a black hole, time goes slower. This means that everything farther away would experience time faster and faster as you get closer and closer to the black hole. A second for you could be a billion years for those outside of it. Thus, if you fell into a black hole and looked outside, you would see the universe die with you. 7. Schizophrenia. Hallucinations are shaped by culture. Americans with schizophrenia tend to have more paranoid and harsher voices and hallucinations. In India and Africa, people with schizophrenia tend to have more playful and positive voices. 8. There is on average, a supernova explosion every 50 years in the Milky Way. On average, there are 30 every second in the observable universe. 9. About 40% of the world's food is wasted. And a lot of that is before it even hits the shelves. 10. Lobsters don't die of old age. Taking into consideration that humanity has only explored a small percentage of the ocean, there could very well be a big fucking lobster just chilling out there. 11. Fruit Loops are all the same flavor. 12. Next to the U.S. Army, Disney World is the largest buyer and importer of explosives in the USA. 13. There are more tigers privately owned in Texas than tigers in the wild. 14. If the Earth was the size of a marble, you would need 7 miles of space to build a scale model of the solar system. 15. Charlemagne's name translates to Charles the Great. This wasn't due to his leadership. This was due to the fact that he was 6 foot 4 inches when the average male was 5 foot 6 inches. His name was just Big Charlie. 16. There was a period of time where 4 distinct species of human lived concurrently. 17. It took humanity approximately 4 times longer to switch from copper swords to steel swords than it took to switch from steel swords to nuclear bombs. 18. Maine is the closest U.S. state to Africa. 19. Scientists who work with cockroaches often develop allergies towards cockroaches. At the same time, they also develop allergies to pre-ground coffee. 20. There's about 12 times more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way.